As the travel restrictions that were imposed due to the pandemic have been eased, people are now planning to go for long trips. The travel enthusiast inside you must have also waited for this moment. So, where should you go for this vacation? We'll tell you everything you need to know in this video, so let's dive straight into it. First, we have Alta, Norway. Famously known as the Aurora Borealis city, this is the best city to visit this year. Alta is the place to visit for those who love the alluring view of the Northern Lights. As compared to the other Scandinavian destinations, Alta offers a more frequent number of clear nights for Northern Lights viewing. You can even get a room in Arctic Dome hotels, the glamping tents with transparent ceilings and walls. The great thing about these hotels is that they are way more budget-friendly than the glass igloos that are available in some other locales. The best time to visit Alta is anywhere between September and March. The restrictions of entering Norway have been lifted, and there are no specific COVID-related rules that you need to follow while traveling to Norway. However, you'll need to be fully vaccinated to enter the country. Another thing to remember is that if you got your last vaccine dose 9 months before you're traveling to Norway, a booster dose would be required. Oh, and keep your mask up because that is still a protocol. Next up, the British Virgin Islands. Back in 2017, Hurricane Irma wreaked havoc on the British Virgin Islands, and anything that came its way took years to recover. However, BVI has been reopened for tourists after a long time, and the infrastructure there is also made available for whoever visits this beautiful place. This year, if you decide to visit BVI, you'll probably get to see some of the most beautiful tourist attractions, as very few of them are still under renovation. Another thing you must be wondering is which island is the best to stay here. But, to be honest, there is no wrong choice when you are in the British Virgin Islands. Pick whichever feels right, and you can visit all the other islands by traveling through ferries and charter boats. However, if it's too hard for you to decide where to stay, go for the catamaran. Your hotel room will go with you to each of the islands. Now, if we talk about the COVID-related restrictions, the government has eased them. However, you still need to follow some protocol. People who want to travel to BVI through the air can only travel by Terence B. Lutzum International Airport. However, if you are fully vaccinated and got your dose 14 days before traveling, you can go by sea. People who are partially vaccinated or not vaccinated at all can only enter BVI by road. You'll also need to show a negative COVID test proof, travel insurance proof, as well as your vaccination status. It may seem like a lot of restrictions, but there was a time when no one was even allowed to enter the territory. Now that you can enter, trust us, all these restrictions are worth it. Now we have Abruzzo, Italy. From the Apennines to the Adriatic Sea, Abruzzo, Italy is the best place to visit after staying inside your homes for such a long time. Let's agree on one thing. Abruzzo has consistently been underestimated when it comes to traveling, and maybe this underestimation is the reason why most of its travel destinations, including the countryside, natural escapes, and picturesque Trabocchi coast, are still unspoiled and hold their original beauty. However, many people have discovered how beautiful this place is over the past few years. Here in Abruzzo, you can enjoy the 19th century vibes by visiting the Villa Corallo, a mansion that was built during the 19th century. It's located near the Civitella del Tronto and recently was transformed into a 5-star hotel. Abruzzo is home to some of the most luxurious hotels and lodges, and one of them is De More Montaigne, located in Majella National Park. This lodge is actually environment-friendly and follows a zero-waste policy. For food, you can visit excellent restaurants like Materia Prima and Bottega Culinaria and enjoy authentic Italian food. Oh, and just so you know, Via Verde dia Trabocchi will also be opened for tourists this year. This is a pedestrian and cycling path along the Adriatic Sea. While we're on the topic, the Italian government has lifted COVID-related restrictions for non-essential travelers, and now people can visit their favorite Italian cities. You'll need valid vaccination proof and a negative COVID test to enter Italy. Next on the list is Chile. Situated between the Andes Mountains and the Pacific Ocean, Chile has been on top for ecotourism. It won't be wrong to say that Chile is definitely an outdoor adventurer's paradise. Once you reach Chile, you have a number of places to go to. In northern Chile, visit the Atacama, while Ville de la Luna features some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world. The surreal rock formations and colorful sunsets are everything one needs to calm their mind. You can also enjoy watching the beautiful flamingos at Chaza Lagoon, and both Villa de la Luna and Chaza Lagoon are located in Los Flamencos National Reserve. If that isn't enough, head to farther south of Chile. Your wilderness-loving soul will definitely fall for Torres del Paine National Park. The national park is considered one of the crown jewels of the park system in Chile. Everything from its glaciers to the wildlife is worth a visit. Chile, just like many other countries, has eased the travel restrictions imposed due to the pandemic. However, a negative PCR test result and health insurance are mandatory in order to enter the territory. Now we have Cairo, Egypt. Due to COVID restrictions, the Grand Egyptian Museum's opening kept getting delayed. However, now, after such a long wait, 2022 is the year when it's scheduled to be open. This museum is located near the pyramids of Giza. Now, you must be thinking that it'll also look like the Egyptian Museum downtown. However, this one is way more modern and gorgeous looking as compared to any other museum present in Cairo. Along with other tourist destinations, the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum should be enough for you to plan a trip to Cairo. For the history geeks, it's the best chance to visit Cairo, even if you have already been to the country before. Apart from vaccination requirements, Egypt has now been open for tourists from 70 countries for now, and the government is actively issuing travel visas as well. So it's easier to get the visa and plan your trip this year. Just don't forget to wear your mask. Next, Disco Bay, Greenland. The fast-moving glaciers, colossal icebergs, and whales are what define Disco Bay, which is located on the western coast of Greenland. The town is filled with colorful houses and a whole lot of adventurous destinations you might not know of. But Disco Bay is actually a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you take a boat trip, it'll take you to Disco Island, where you can experience the beauty of black sand beaches. Not just that, you can also pay a visit to the Ilulissat Icefjord Center. The primary purpose of this newly built tourist attraction is to educate tourists about the importance of the ice present in Disco Bay area. Here, you'll also get to know the history of people who've lived in the territory for thousands of years. If you are vaccinated with any of the EMA-approved vaccines and have a negative COVID test, you should be able to enter the country. However, you'll still need to wear a mask in public areas. Up next, the Bahamas. The Bahamas is one of the favorite travel destinations among American travelers. However, due to the COVID-related restrictions, many had to cancel their planes. But now the restrictions have been lifted, and only proof for complete vaccination is required to enter the Bahamas. With its beautiful sandy beaches and the alluring sunshine, this island nation is definitely worth visiting. With a brand new world-class water park and fabulous resorts to stay in, Bahamas stands tall with everything it has to offer its visitors. Other than enjoying the beach life, don't forget to taste all the local foods and enjoy the culture of the Bahamas as well. Some of the most famous foods you'll get to eat here include stew fish, conch, and rock lobster. You can also get to enjoy the carnival that is back after being on hiatus due to the pandemic if you visit the Bahamas somewhere in late April or early May. Also, don't forget to get a sight of the Bahamas' unique and famous dance and music of Gincanu. And most importantly, don't forget to go snorkeling or swimming and enjoy the best time of your life. Lastly, make sure to enjoy the early mornings by the beach, because seriously, there's nothing better than that. The pandemic restrictions had us away from traveling to our favorite places for too long, but now it's time for all the travelers to pack their bags and take a well-deserved trip to all the beautiful places in the world. If you are also planning a trip this year, ensure that you have one of these destinations on your list. Tell us about your favorite place in the world in the comments below, and also share your experience while traveling there. Keep supporting us by liking and subscribing to our videos. We'll be back with more amazing content very soon. Till then, stay safe. Goodbye.